I light this candle for your unspoken joys and concerns. They are a part of you, and so too they are a part of each of us in this gathering. And I invite you to join me in the spirit of prayer. Spirit of life-giving love and love-giving life. Spirit of a beautiful Easter Sunday morning. By the way, Spirit of Life, I am personally very grateful that this is the 19th year in a row we get to go outside for our earthly communion. I don't know what we would do if we had to stay indoors. May we be each engaged by the spirit of renewal, engaged by the spirit of rebirth, engaged by the spirit of resurrection, because those things are all going to happen, whether we join them or not. May our spirits be open to joining, so that with the child who hollers, "Come on through, Jesus, we'll get out of your way," we might accept the blooming spring as a part of our own lives, that we might be healed where we are broken, that we might be made well where we are sick, that we might then be healing agents in a world so much in need of transformation, so much in need of our love. Let us hold this moment together in quiet. suspect you agree with me that the music this morning is rather phenomenal. My feeling in that piece was a feeling of longing for that which already is, and I don't know that it gets more beautiful than that. Thank you, Marcus and Spirits and choir. Okay, so we'll run over a little bit this morning. I promise not to speak for 40 minutes. Remember that one? In introduction to my comments this morning, I want to tell you a story of something that happened, probably 21, 22 years ago when I was the minister at First Parish Church in Fitchburg, Massachusetts, where indeed we did have those gratings on the floor. But it was Easter Sunday, and we had the Easter Sunday service, and then my wife Judy and I were invited over to the home of two members of the congregation, a couple of men who I would imagine are now married, which was not a possibility in Massachusetts at that time. But we were invited to join them for their Easter dinner, and one of the fellow's mother was with them for the church service that morning, as well as for Easter dinner. And this mother was someone who you did not ever have to wonder what she was thinking, because she was only too willing to make sure you knew exactly what she was thinking. So we sat down to Easter dinner, and within probably the first 3 seconds, she said to me, "I didn't hear them." I said, "I'm sorry?" She said, "I didn't hear them." And I said, "You didn't hear what?" She said, "I didn't hear the 3 words." I said, "You didn't hear the 3 words?" She said, "No." And I wonder how many of you might know what 3 words she was talking about. Chris? Well, he is risen is what she was going for, but Christ is risen. We'll do here. Okay, so I've always tried on Easter morning to slip that line in, so that if anyone has come especially to hear those words, you'll have heard them. So, he is risen. Lawrence, I'm telling you. And how do we know that? How do we know that? Because we have stories that tell us, right? And Judy talked about the story of Matthew, and I'll get back to that in a minute, but how do we know what happened? There's no real historical record to go back to, right? So we have to go back to the narrative record to know what happened. And it just so happens that there are 4 narrative records, right? Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. And of those 4 records, the story that is set is there are 3 different versions. Is that right? So Luke and John tell the same story of Jesus rising, the women coming out from the city, Mary and Mary coming out from the city, Mary the mother, Mary the friend, and don't worry about the baby. I love this. It's okay. So Mary and Mary come out, and the angel is there. The stone has rolled away, and the angel says to the Marys, "He is risen. He is risen." Okay, so that's John and Luke. But then, if you go to the Gospel